Hello guys, again it's Johnny time and welcome to another DeFi tutorial. Today we are going to speak about the new brilliant feature, community farm actions on PancakeSwap, what it is, how it works, all the details that you need to know about this feature, and definitely, of course, how it's gonna affect the PancakeSwap platform and the Cake token price. But before we jump into the video, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, click the small bell notification button so every time I post new DeFi content you can watch it as soon as possible. So Cake Farm Auction is just a new feature that the PancakeSwap team launched 1 week ago, and it was a big success. And now let's cover what it is, how it works, and how it's gonna affect the Cake token price and the platform and the ecosystem in general. So directly from the PancakeSwap Finance website, you can go to Farms, and inside Farms you are able to go to, there will be a button that's called Community Farm Auction. It's basically an auction that the community can participate, anyone can participate, and then bid for its own farm. So I'm gonna click here, Community Auctions. So let's try to understand together what are community farm auctions. So based on what they say in PancakeSwap website, each week projects basically can bid Cake token in order to win the chance to be hosted for a 7-day farm, yield farm on PancakeSwap. You are all familiar with what farms are. If you're not familiar, check out my other video about what are farms on PancakeSwap and how they work, what is APR. All the content that you need to know is right inside my videos in my channel. And in this page, we can actually track the community farm auctions. They basically bid Cake and compete against each other in order to win this kind of 7-day period farm featured on PancakeSwap. Now the question would be, why would this project want to compete, and why would they pay Cake token in order to have their own farm for 7 days? And the answer is quite simple. When there is a new farm for a new project on PancakeSwap, basically what it incentivizes people to provide liquidity for this particular token. And these projects want more and more liquidity to be provided for their token. Why? Because they want that their users will get the token in a better price. As you know, once there will be more liquidity in the token, the slippage will be lower and the price that you will trade this token will be much better, especially if you are trading big amounts. Another reason that this project will be willing to pay those kind of cakes, it's of course it's exposure and marketing for this project, that this project is trusted by PancakeSwap, which is a leading decentralized application on the Binance Smart Chain in the crypto ecosystem in general. So that's why these kind of projects would like to actually bid and pay money in order to be hosted on PancakeSwap platform. And this is an amazing and brilliant idea by PancakeSwap team, and to scale it up and open it for like an open auction, open bid system, and every project, every DeFi project on Binance Smart Chain can bid by clicking this kind of button. It will redirect you to Google Docs. You will be asked for some questions, and then the PancakeSwap team will review and check your application, and maybe you will be whitelisted. So you need to be accepted and whitelisted by the PancakeSwap team in order to participate first, and that's how you can be whitelisted. If you have your own project, then you can write your details right here and be whitelisted. Now let's scroll down a bit and try to see what's going on here. So this page, actually we can see live, everyone can see live the auction and how much cake is being bid by every single project. So on the left side we will see here the next auction. We don't know yet when it will be announced. There already have been the first auction, which was a big success. It was like 1 week ago on 3rd August. And the next one, they didn't publish the date yet, but they said that they want him to do like every week this kind of auction. So probably this week they will announce of the new date of the new farm auction, and probably right now in this moment, the next projects are trying to be accepted and submitting their application. And you can see that actually the next project will be lasting for 7 days. There will be a multiplier of 1x for each farm, and only 15 bidders can participate on the same time, 15 participants. So this is the previous whitelisted project, and on the right side, right here, we can see the latest auction that just happened on the PancakeSwap platform, and you can actually see that there have been 15 different projects that participated in this kind of auction, and only 5 won. So basically, every project that was whitelisted before, after he submitted his application, can actually bid with cake tokens, which means that the project owners, the project developers, need to buy cake token and bid. The higher bidder, once the auction ends, there will be some kind of time frame that the auction will be happening, and once the time frame has been ended, the 5 projects with the highest amount of bids of cake tokens will be elected, and these are the projects that will win and will enjoy from a 7-day farm on PancakeSwap with this kind of liquidity pool tokens. Actually, here we can see that it's the token with BNB on the other side for the liquidity, but actually they changed it to BUSD instead. That's what I remember from the last announcement. Right here you can click on archive and see all the previous action. Right now we have only one auction in the past on the 3rd of August 2021, but of course once there will be more auctions, we will see more and more auctions here on the archive section. So in the last action, the winners was Baby Cake BNB, Beamon BNB, Hero BNB, WSG Wall Street Games, and Macaroon Swap. And actually you could see the token of this kind of project skyrocket like 20, 30, 40%, of course, because people want to buy this token and provide liquidity and participate in the farms, on the 7-day farms. So these are the projects that won. These kind of projects did not win. RUSD, Ramp DeFi, Nominex, PancakeSwap, and all these kind of projects participated. You can see that they actually bid, for example, this one on the 6th place bid 8,060 cakes, which is worth around 150k USD, but it was not enough, and actually Macaroon won with 8,500 cake. The first bidder was Baby Cake of 15k, around 50k and 300 cakes, which is approximately worth of $300,000 to this date, 9th of August. Let's scroll down a bit and let's see why I love this PancakeSwap team so much and why this is a brilliant feature. So you see all these kind of cake tokens that has been bidded by those kind of projects, this 50,000k and 12,000k and another 12,000 cake, all the cake that have been bidded and the farms, the projects that won, this cake is gonna get burned. This cake is gonna get burned, and you can see that actually 57,380 cake tokens, which is approximately $1 million of cake, has been burned. This is amazing for us, the cake token holders, which means that there is another deflationary mechanism into the cake tokenomics, that actually every week these kind of auctions will happen, and maybe the auctions will be higher and higher because projects will want to bid more tokens and more cake tokens, and all these kind of cake tokens weekly are being burned, which adds more to the deflationary mechanism of cake token. And another thing that is under radar that actually no one talks about is not only that these kind of cake tokens are being burned. Another thing that actually happens while this kind of project won and now they have their own farm for 7 days, what happens is usually that more liquidity is being added to this kind of tokens, which means that more trading volumes, when people want to swap Baby Cake with BNB or Beamon or Hero or WSG and Macaron, what actually happens is that more liquidity and more trading volume is being redirected into PancakeSwap platform. And if you are familiar with how the swap function works with PancakeSwap platform and how it works, is basically that every swap there is certain amount of cake that is being bought back from the market and being burned, which means more liquidity into PancakeSwap, more volumes, more trades, and more cake is being burned. So not only that this kind of 57,000 cake has been burned, but now there is more volume in PancakeSwap and more usage, and more users are joining and bumping in, and more trade is being made, and more cake are being burned. That's why it's a brilliant feature, and I'm really thankful for PancakeSwap team for coming up with this kind of idea. They always come up with new brilliant ideas, and that's why I just love this project, and I am willing to hold my cake tokens for long time. So now let's take a look of this kind of frequently asked questions. How do you submit application? It's quite simple. There is this application form. We already talked about it, this kind of Google form. You will need to wait a bit. Usually it will take approximately 1 week for the PancakeSwap team to review your application and maybe accept it and maybe not, but you will always get a reply if it's within Telegram, Twitter, Google, depends on the contact that you basically left. And also we'll need to leave some kind of wallet address, so this wallet will be whitelisted, and once the auction will start, you will be able to bid with cake tokens in this kind of user interface. So you don't have to interact with the smart contracts, you just go into this web page with your wallet that has been whitelisted, and you can actually bid and send cakes to the smart contract that are responsible for the auction farms. Then during the auction, this is just what I explained. You can just, using this user interface, bid with your cake tokens and add them to the smart contract. And of course, if you won, the cake tokens will not be returned to you, but if you did not won, then you will get back your cake tokens, because it doesn't make sense that these cakes will be burnt. So only if you won the auction, the cake will be burned and will not be turned back to you if you are a project that participating in the auction. But if you didn't win, if you are on the 6th place and below, then your cake token will be sent back to your wallet. So for example, all these kind of 5 projects that won all the cake, if you accumulate it together, you sum it up together, these are the cakes, the 57,000 cake that has been burned, and all these kind of cake tokens was sent back to the original project owners because they lost the auction. So this is basically a summary of this new kind of brilliant feature of the community farm actions. Please let me know what you think of this feature on the comments below. Ask me question anytime and I will reply, and we will have a nice communication together. Let's learn together about DeFi, about PancakeSwap, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and all the other interesting subjects that we can learn about together. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing my channel and click and smash the like button so YouTube can expose this video to many more people that can learn and get education about DeFi. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.